Y'all just give me a few seconds. We are gaining, trying to get everybody on here. Y'all just give us a couple of seconds. Who that nation? Welcome to the Baddest Sports Show podcast. You guys just be ready. We'll be going on in a few seconds. We are adding people to the chat. You guys, what a beautiful win by the New Orleans Saints, and we love your patience. Shout out to Mr. Carter. He's in the chat. We also bringing other people on as we speak.
Oh, come on, Russ. Sean about to cut your ass out.
Testing one, two, three. Testing. Hey, Larry.
Yo,
Well, just give me a few seconds. I'm getting in touch with EJ, and we're gonna be rolling.
all right.
I mean, you can't talk. You can hold up. It's all on you, dude.
I ain't really got much to say because like everything went the way I thought it was gonna go. Or the way I said, we're gonna come out. We're gonna show Russ. The quarterback hadn't. work with the offense, like the starting offense like that in the well, he practiced, but not in the game situation. You know what I'm saying? When he really got heat coming at him. So he started off a little slow, but he got it together the second half though. The only thing I didn't like, we didn't utilize all our weapons. I only saw Kirk Merritt one time on a kickoff return at the beginning. I saw Jimmy Graham on one running play, and that was it. I'm like, where he was in the end for the red zone. Still got them problems, and that's coaching issues. Certain position groups, we got a coaching problem. Need to be corrected. You can't say nothing about Dennis Allen coaching because we know he a defensive coach. So the defense on point, but what he need is an assistant head coach slash offensive coordinator. That's what he need. So hopefully they get some stuff rectified at least by game 4, and we gain our identity. Couldn't run the ball because I guess well you can look at it, you can put it on an offensive line and personnel. A lot of stuff we couldn't run because we got packages for Kamara. Couldn't run that because Kamara wasn't there. But overall, it was like the game went like I thought it was. It was gonna be a grind. Where the grind that went out. Last year we would have lost that game. So I guess you could say it's an improvement this year. Yeah, where about that? And the officiating need work too. They need hella work. Too many missed calls. Too many
My brother,
unnecessary.
you are running the show. So just as you the host right now.
Yeah, I'm on officiating right now. Too many missed calls, not enough calls. Cause the same thing they called on us on Marcus May, they let your boy Molden slide with it on Chris Olave a few plays before. The exact same thing. The only thing is, your boy, number 6 for us, he only had one hand on the guy. He like just touched his shoulder. Your boy Molden, he reached around, he had his hand on his back and his chest and pulled him away from the ball. Now, if that wasn't a penalty, I don't know what it was. You're gonna hit Marcus May with it, but you ain't gonna hit Molden with it. That was BS to me. But the defense was lights out. The only thing I didn't like, Peyton Turner got hurt again. Come on, bro, that's got to stop because he was handling his business. He was doing his thing. He was doing his thing till he got hurt. Looked like somebody stepped on his foot. Looked like the boy stepped on his foot. And if you play football, you got them soft cleats on like he had on. If somebody step on your foot, that's gonna hurt, especially with that much weight and power. Because them ain't regular dudes. Them ain't regular hits. Them ain't even a bump out there. Them ain't regular dudes. That's power. Everything out there is power. So we,
Okay, okay, we are here. Okay, look, I understand. I understand that the fact that you Saints fans are very disappointed in the fact that the New Orleans Saints struggle to beat the Tennessee Titans. It's not like Atlanta playing right now with Carolina. Okay, and I want you guys to understand this. This is a AFC contender. Okay, anybody think that the Saints played a walkover? You a damn fool. You're a damn fool. If you think that the New Orleans Saints played a scrub, you're a damn fool. I actually give the Saints more credit than what y'all gonna give him. I'm gonna give him more credit because you're playing Derrick Henry, you're playing Spears, you're playing a damn good Hopkins. The Saints. Let's be honest. We didn't know what this defense was going to be about. Let's be honest. If you're going to sit here and tell me the replacements that y'all see with what happened with the Saints on the defensive side of the football, did you think that Shepard and the brother from Kansas City was going to hold that shit down the way they're doing it? The Saints defense impressed me multiple occasions, keeping Derrick Henry and Tajay Spears out the end zone.
The rookie brought heat too. Breesy,
And
whatever.
Breesy, you guys
Brought,
ain't even
he
looking
brought
at
heat.
man. Breesy brought heat. Breesy was in the backfield. The Saints were there. If defense win football games, that's what you're looking for. What we said, Larry, about last year about the New Orleans Saints, we said that the quarterback couldn't take them. All we needed was a quarterback to get us over the hump. We said
Mm-hmm.
the Saints would be in the playoffs if they had a decent fucking quarterback. It wasn't about him being a Joe Montana, Tom Brady. He just had to be decent.
He just had to have some heart to throw that deep ball because Dalton was scared to throw that deep ball.
Right. Did you see Michael Thomas?
I,
How many Saints fans see Michael
uh,
Thomas?
what I said about Mike, what I've been
Boy,
saying about Mike this
you
whole
told
time.
them all.
They wanted to trade the man, get rid of him. Like, man, Mike is Mike, bro. When Mike get back, Mike he got a point to prove. He heard the talk, he saw it, he heard it all. Can't say nothing about him. Not Mike going deep. They talking about slant boy, and I kept saying he can run the whole route tree. We was limited because of Drew Brees' arm strength. Mike got deep on that boy the first. Mike got deep a couple of times, was open. There was a
People
couple of
want to
times
talk
he got
about the
deep.
one interception that Derek Carr threw. To be honest with you, I'm not even going to put that on Derek Carr. I'm
That
not
was
even going to do it
no.
because Derek Carr hasn't had a lot of time with this offense. The first game, I was looking for the dude to throw at least, I was looking for that interception.
He
But to
was
be honest with you, Derek Carr looked good.
he was more careful with the ball. That was the only. I ain't gonna say the bad throw, but that was the worst throw of the day I seen from him. But
Right.
that was rust. That's something I spoke on the pregame. I'm concerned about the rust and the offense not playing together as a whole during the preseason. I was concerned about that. I said it was going to be low scoring because a quarterback, he got to get a feel for his wide receivers. In practice, it's easy, but when you're going up against somebody, another team, it's a whole different feel out there.
Larry, they said Alante Taylor. They were worried about the brother. You was one of the main advocates about Alante Taylor. See, one thing about me, I
But
know what the fuck you right, dude.
I got a
I'm gonna
problem.
always go back what you say.
I
What
got one
did you say?
problem.
What
I got
did you
one
say about Alante
one
Taylor?
problem with Taylor. He need to use his technique more and don't rely on his speed so much. If he play within his technique and use his speed second, he'll be an awesome cornerback. That's why I made a comparison between him and Adebo earlier. Adebo plays with
Wow.
his technique.
Wow.
Taylor relies on his speed. That's why he get burnt off the line of scrimmage a lot and everything. Well, he got burnt for that first
Adebo,
time.
Adebo is a number one two cornerback.
Yeah,
He might be challenging.
he's solid. He's solidified. That's
He's
his
solid.
spot.
He's solid.
That's his spot. He held it down.
There's no Saints fan can go against Paulson the Depot right now. There's no Saints fan who can sit there
Didn't
and
say
say
nothing
he's not
bad.
your second best quarterback right now. Can you say that?
Debo, yeah, he the true number two. Now Taylor, he just got to trust his technique. Stop trying to use that speed so much. We know you're fast, but if somebody get a step up on you, you got to catch up. And a competent quarterback gonna get rid of that ball early, and
I
that's what
think
was
we got the
happening to him.
three best defensive backs in the NFL. I think we got the three best defensive backs in the NFL. When we can let go somebody like we let go, I think we have the best. The Saints limit a fucking Titans team with Hopkins with only 16 punts. Are y'all really listening to what the fuck I'm saying?
Field goals, no touchdowns. That defense
Field
stepped up.
goals.
Field
The
goals.
Titans didn't score a touchdown. Are y'all listening what we're talking about here on the Baddest Sports Show podcast? The Titans did not score a touchdown.
They got to the red zone. They couldn't get in there. Defense clamped down.
It's
Defense clamped
unbelievable.
down.
In the NFL, you in the NFL, you're not going to stop people from scoring touchdowns.
And people was talking about getting rid of Marcus Mead. Marcus Mead played a hell of a game.
Marcus May played a hell of a game. Who's talking about getting rid of Marcus May? It's only people who have not played football. And
They
every
don't.
time I think about you, Larry, you played quarterback, you played the game. People are so emotional. Do you understand what I'm saying, brother? I
Mm-hmm.
think that agonized me when we talk about sports. They're very, very. I mean, it's like Skip Bayless is around this bitch.
Somebody made a point. We basically shut Derrick Henry down. He didn't run over us like that. He had a couple of nice little runs, but for the most part, we neutralized him. And the good thing
Y'all
is,
had to have to put some light on in this. Yeah.
we
I get
neutralized
sick and tired
Derrick
of
Henry.
Saints fans.
And
Some of these Saints fans are weird, very weird. And we're gonna call you out on the post game show, me and Larry, because we don't see nobody else. It's Larry and yeah, it's us.
man,
It's us on
well,
the
Hump at?
Baddest Social
Well, Hump
Podcast.
at? 'Cause Hump was dead right about Penning, bro. Bro, I don't know who coaching that offensive line. I guess when they got rid of Zach Streif and put Doug
Malone.
Maroney there,
I mean, Doug Marone. Doug Marone is coaching this offensive line, and
we
it's
need to make
pitiful.
some changes. We need to make some changes. He need to get some help.
He
They
need
had
help.
Jari Evans probably worked with the interior. Matter of fact, Jari Evans worked with Cesar Ruiz.
Right.
That's why Caesar, I only seen like one bad play from Caesar today. Outside of
But
that, Caesar was
let's
solid.
be honest. That's the first game, and one of the things I keep saying is you got new people in. Hey, let's be honest, bro.
New
These are
people in
new
spot.
people. They're adjusting. They played a Tennessee Titan team. The Tennessee Titans. Listen, brother. The Tennessee Titans was a hard matchup for the Saints. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't sugarcoat it. The Tennessee Titans are going to be fighting in a division. I tell you, the Tennessee Titans are going to win that division. I watched the Indianapolis Colts. I watched the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm going to tell you this. Only thing can keep Jacksonville from losing is their quarterback. When you talk about Tennessee, Tennessee got a complete game, a
Except,
complete football team.
except for their quarterback.
That's not disrespect New Orleans
They just
for
happen to
playing
have the
good
worst
today.
quarterback today. Their quarterback happened to be worse than ours today. Because last year it was totally different. We played down to people. Last year we lost a lot of games.
That's right.
Our quarterback made a difference in the second half. He started rusty like I thought because he only played one drive in the preseason.
Look, we said about Larry, what we talked about. There's a couple of teams that we got to play, and we said the Saints going to lose like three of these. I picked the Saints to lose against the Titans, not with y'all. But I didn't think we could beat the Titans. I had to be honest. The Titans was a
Uh,
team I thought we could win, and I thought we could lose. This was a team that I thought we could win, and I thought that we could lose. Because you never know with this team, the way they are under the coach that they have. You look at the all around talent, and Hopkins. It wouldn't have hurt me that we lost today. It wouldn't have hurt me. If the Saints lost today, it wouldn't have been bad for the organization. Do you agree?
it wouldn't have been bad. It would have stung, but it's the first game.
Right.
We looked the same way last year in the first game. Rusty. We
You
looked the
know,
exact same way.
I'm gonna give props to Aaron Underwood because Aaron told us in the chat. He said this game was a game that he feared. He said, and playing the Titans, y'all, you gotta be. Look, we talked about that defensive line. It gave hell to Derek Carr. Derek Carr
until
looked like pedestrian. To be
until the
honest with you, I
second
was
half.
thinking to myself, is he going to make it in the game? Is Jameis going to have to come in? Let's be honest, y'all. Let's be honest. Tennessee came to play today. They came to play today, and let's be honest, the Saints looked lousy at first. But it shows me about a football team to be able to overcome even the adversity of what the other team has given us. What you think about that, Larry?
Really, the thing that made the difference was the halftime adjustments. They made the
Wow.
halftime adjustments because Trevor Penning didn't get beat like he got beat the first half. The second half, he played a little better. They was still pushing him back, but he played a little better because he wasn't coming
They used
inside
the
of him no
tight
more.
end. Did you notice that?
Yep, they started putting
Yep.
Foster Moreau out there to chip. They put 87 out there to help him block. They used him and they used the fullback.
Saints fans, this is a good football team. Don't get all upset because you saw them struggling against a Tennessee Titan team that's going to be competing in the AFC. The AFC. To be honest with you, AFC North, that's between Jacksonville and the Tennessee Titans. That's between Jacksonville and the Tennessee Titans. Indianapolis right beneath them. Do you disagreement with me or whatever what you want to say, brother?
But Hump had him figured out though. Hump had the Titans figured out.
I like what I saw out of Indianapolis today. The young quarterback. But you gotta say, don't look at the loss of Tennessee losing to us. I think Tennessee is number one. I think Jacksonville is number two. Jacksonville is a damn good team. And I think that you have to go with Indianapolis number three. What you think about that, brother?
Jacksonville was a playoff team last year, and they upset somebody in the playoffs too. So
So you going
Jackson,
with Jacksonville and over Tennessee and us? Be honest, because we got to play Jacksonville. Jacksonville is coming to New Orleans too.
it depends on Jacksonville defense. I don't think Jacksonville have a
I don't
defense
think Jacksonville
like
have
we got.
Tennessee Titans defense.
They don't have a defense to slow Derrick Henry down like we did. Once we took Henry out the game, we put it on Tannehill. We know Tannehill ain't built like that. He ain't built like that. He showed it. All them interceptions, man. He showed he ain't built like that. That boy looked like he was lost out there. They had to put so much hands on him. He was shook.
It's unbelievable, Saints fans, what we are talking about, what we are seeing. The difference from last year, the Saints had to come back from what Jameis Winston against the Atlanta Falcons. They had to come back to defeat the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints pretty much was back and forth with the Tennessee Titans all through this game. It was a field goal game. Both teams did not solidify themselves. I really see something different with this team this year. What do you think about that, brother?
We're playing with more heart.
Oh, yeah.
We're playing more confidence. When we make a mistake, we don't sit there and dwell on that mistake. We move on to the next play. When
What
a
you
player
thought about Shaheed and his fumble? Because that took the actually game away from the Saints. But let's talk about the fact of the actual and he overcoming that fumble. Go ahead, brother.
Shaheed didn't play preseason either, so when he fumbled, it didn't bother me.
Wow.
It didn't bother me because I already know what type of player he is, and he showed what type of player he is. He showed that he made some big catches, including a touchdown catch.
But they
So
said
I wasn't worried
preseason
about it.
wasn't important. Larry, they said
Preseason very important because you can't. You and me both know you can't just put on no pads and go walk out there on the field and play. He wasn't practicing or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk out there because see, practice your own players not trying to take your head off. In the game, no people trying to take your head off. So it's different. When you get that first contact, that's contact. When he got that first contact, dude took the ball from him. After that, he was solid. He just took a couple of balls on kickoffs. I wouldn't have ran. But we're gonna get it at the 25 anyway. Let it roll in the end zone. Fair catch it rolled in the end zone. If it dropped inside the 3, don't run that. That's the only problem I had with him.
well, Saints fans, we are 1-0. You can holler, scream, talk the shit that you saw. The Saints are on the move. We are competing. We are competing with some of the best now. I want to ask you, Larry, when we watch this football game, the offensive line needs some adjustments badly. And it's mostly on the left side more than it's not. I'm not even gonna go with Trevor Penning because you just addressed Trevor Penning. We talk. Let's be honest, bro. Y'all talked about Andrews Pete. He was drafted #1 for a reason. Oh, y'all really think the brother that replaced Andrews Pete is better? I'm asking you. I saw the game.
Mm-mm. He got pushed around.
I saw the game.
Andrews,
Hurts.
Andrews Peter,
When
big
did
boy,
we see what Hurts do?
get pushed around. He did decent. But see on the running plays, Andrews Peter's a road grader. You get behind that big boy, he gonna move some people. You get behind him, he gonna move some people. He really like Pete got enough experience to where he'd have been coaching Penning on the field because a
Ain't
lot of
that
stuff
something?
happened to Penning wouldn't happen because Pete is also a tackle.
See, this is why I put a quarterback on the panel because this young man played for Landry. Was it Landry?
Yeah.
Landry Walker. He's a
No
quarterback
Walker,
for
no
Landry
Walker, no
Walker.
Walker. You know,
Well, before there was Walker that got extended to them, it was
LB
Landry
Landry.
Walker.
LB
And
Landry.
he will tell you, he can tell you and identify the players on the field. Some of you Saints fans are emotional and you watch players. I told you Patrick Turner was a good player. I told y'all with the shitting on Patrick Turner. How many times we talked about this on the panel about Patrick Turner? I told you fans are not patient with players. We talked about Trey Hendrickson. We talked about this shit. So we're going to talk about the defensive side of the ball. And Carl Granderson, Patrick Turner, was the focal point. I'm not going to even go with Cam Jordan because we know Cam is our guy. But
Cam
let's
did his thing.
ask, who was the real guys of this team?
Cam and Demario, they basically took over the game at the end. The fourth quarter, all you saw was them two. You kept hearing their name. Cam Jordan, Demario Davis. Them boys stepped up at the end. They took over.
What you got to say about Patrick Turner? You.
Peyton Turner, what I've been
I mean, Patrick Turner.
we've been saying
Peyton
the
Turner.
same thing. The only thing is he got to stay healthy. But I
He
saw the
just
dude
got to do what?
stay healthy. But I saw the dude step on his foot
Do you
though.
see number 98 every time in the backfield?
He
Every time he
was an
got the
old boy
hand
state.
on the quarterback, or y'all are just some haters because you don't have patience for football. You know, I'm going to talk it right now. I'm going to talk that shit. Y'all are not patient when it comes down to football players.
That boy nasty. I've been told he got a nasty
He
disposition,
has a nasty attitude.
and you need that on that line.
So we're gonna talk about the brother who coming in the chat, Mr. Humphries. What do you got to say about these guys, man? Tell the guys you want off the team. Because this motherfucking defense the defense won this game. The Saints, Brian Brucey, the Saints defense won this game. Did they win this game, Larry? Did they win this game, Henry?
Yeah.
Humphrey. Did they win this football game?
I don't know
Now
if he
come
can
up
hear you.
with your fucking excuse now.
I don't know if he can hear you. But he's just sitting there looking.
Because he's just looking. I hope he don't just fall into the trash like last year. You know, we were worrying about your paws.
Oh, he just phone froze. Because
Yeah, Humphrey?
I don't even see no movement. I think his phone froze.
Humphrey? Well, I'm going to back him out and make him come back in. We're going to make his ass come back in. We'll give him a chance. He left out on his own with his own dignity. And that's it. That I keep telling y'all. We look at this on a football stage. We look at this on not feelings. You and Humphrey, Larry, you and I have been wrong. You and I have been wrong about certain players. You can admit, I can admit. We're never going to get it always right when it comes down to football.
Hayner made an ass out of us. Jake Hayner, the rookie quarterback. He made an ass out of us, boy.
I don't think so. I think that it's a little bit too early for saying that me and you wrong. I think that he even admit that he even said that P, whatever the shit that came in his blood, he didn't even realize what the fuck happened. So to be honest with you, he's a rookie. You and I ain't gonna ever call that now. We'll be a fool to say we were wrong or Hayner. We're not gonna call that. I'm not gonna let you call it. I'm not gonna let myself call it.
We're too early with it.
It's too early. A motherfucker like that, he can afford to sit. He can afford for me and you to just let this wait. He can afford because he wasn't getting on the field. Come on now, Larry. He was not getting on the field over Jameis. He was not getting over Carr. He was gonna sit this year regardless. 6 games, man. No, ain't nowhere in the world. Nowhere in the world.
He got time to think about it.
Anybody who's gonna blame Derek Carr and talk about he ain't clutch, talk about his salary because he made the one interception. Y'all saw when he was going to. If you watch the game, Michael Thomas became Michael Thomas again. Michael Thomas became Michael Thomas again. Larry, did you watch the game? Larry, did you see Michael Thomas?
I'm sitting right here in my living room, looking at it on a big 7-inch.
Did you see where he was placing the football for Michael? Michael's about to be a beast again.
How many yards did he total today? He had about 6 catches?
He had 80 yards. He got to have 80 yards. Every time he was catching it, it was in the middle of the field. He was destroying people in the middle of the field.
But just wait until Carl get real comfortable. Because he didn't have too much rep with the player.
For Carl.
You got to be comfortable because he showed it the first half. He was rusty. Second half, he came on. He came on and did his thing. His passes
I was
on the money.
expecting Derek Carr to not be sharp. I ain't going to lie to you. Because
I
when
wasn't
you're playing in the first part, you're playing the Titans, dog. This is not a bad football team. Who is that? Somebody. Hey, we're going to mute your mic. You just come on with some loud ass shit. We're going to mute your mic. Who is that? That's got to be Humphrey ass. Humphrey, shut your ass up, man. There we go. Lord, you just come with the kids, the dog. Ever got that thing in your background, man?
His phone froze again. That's his phone. His signal. He froze again. Look at him. He ain't just standing there in the door.
We're going to give this shit to the host of the Baddest Sports Show podcast and the one and only EJ Gagne in the house. And Aaron Underwood, we waiting for you. He's going to drop the link in the chat in a few seconds. We're about to get it started. Everything we started in the beginning, we're going to talk. Have that same energy. Have that same fucking energy y'all came in the chat with. Early on, we need y'all to come with the same energy. Because we talking same football today, and we coming on here rowdy. It's the Baddest Sports Show podcast of the New Orleans Saints podcast. We coming here raw, and we invite all Saints fans in here. Go ahead, EJ.
Yo.
EJ look like his froze too.
EJ, son, you look like you're froze, son. But we're going to move. We're going to go with Humphrey.
We hear you, Hump.
I don't know.
What the hell?
Oh, my shit.
Larry, host the podcast.
Yo. Them boys must have AT&T internet or something. Better get y'all some cocks, man.
We seem to be doing well.
Yeah, I got cocks. I got the high speed. They must
Well,
be using
I ain't got Cox out here in Mississippi. I got something else. I don't know what the name, but we
I got
badass out
Comcast.
here. We badass out here.
Mm-hmm.
We got some people got Metro. I don't know what the fuck that.
What Nas at, man? Normally Nas would have been on here stomping for
I'm
taste.
gonna let me give an invite to Nas, y'all, cause what Nas say? Tay Magic.
Mm-hmm. Let Nas come on here and do his thing. I was looking for him earlier in the first podcast, the early podcast.
I just gave an invite to Nas just right now. And we
Would
waiting
you,
on y'all brothers, man. We waiting on y'all, man. Larry got it going on.
would
Larry
you,
got it going on.
would you
Larry,
use a little
let's talk.
color right
Let's
now?
talk about these guys on the defensive front. Nathan Shepard. We talked about this stuff. We talked about the Kansas City guy. We talked about what would happen if we didn't have Anyamata. Let's be honest. They didn't
Man,
miss a beat, bro. They didn't miss you running against Derrick Henry, bro.
we was actually better because last year when Yamada and Shy Tuttle, we got gashed all up the middle. That ain't happened today. Them boys shut that middle. Them big boys shut it down. Them big boys shut
They
the
said,
middle
"Who's
down.
your mama? Who's your mama?" And Anyamata.
Matter of fact, what the hell did Yamada do today?
I don't know because I don't even follow his ass. I don't even follow his ass. Hey,
What did he do today?
EJ, we were waiting for you to come back, brother. My son.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you good.
You can hear you now.
And we got Paul, because Paul gonna talk about Jameis Winston. Paul gonna come in here with his talking about Jameis. Jameis would have done better. But let's go, Paul. Come on, Paul.
That first
What's
half,
up, man?
nobody
Go,
would have done
Paul.
better that first half with that line played.
That line played it with the matter of Joe Montana was behind that motherfucker, to be honest with you. But Paul, what you got to say, brother?
Hey, what's up? That was a good team win.
Well, we love you, brother.
Yeah, that was a good team win, man. I like how the defense pulled through. We came through with them turnovers, man. That was critical for the game, man.
What do you think about Shaheed, man? The first fumble and overcoming that with a touchdown in the outside. He was able to zigzag a motherfucker and hitting that on the outside. He hit that touchdown.
I
And
mean,
what do you
he
think that?
unstoppable. You can't do nothing with him, bro. You too fast. I mean, that speed kills, bro. You can't really play him like you want because he's too fast. You always scared that he gonna go over the top, so you can't really. He's
So
dangerous, man.
Shaheed and Olave is like the most dangerous motherfucker on the team. And what do you think about your guy, Paul? Paul, you always fought for Michael Thomas. Paul, what do you think about your guy?
I mean, the man, he kind of rusted right now. He's not playing like Mike Thomas right now, but he'll be back. Give him a few weeks, man. I mean, it's his first game in what 2 seasons. I mean, give him a little chance, give him a week or two to shake
Right.
back, get a little rust off.
I think what I watched today is Mike Thomas is Mike Thomas. I think what I saw today, I think Mike Thomas is Mike Thomas, bro. I just think Mike Thomas didn't get the ball as much as he should. Who stopped Mike Thomas today?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, he's still Mike Thomas, but he's not the Mike Thomas like right now. I mean, he's not himself right now to me, bro. Like he would have had way more catches. He would have been open more.
I
He wasn't
disagree.
open as much as he usually would be.
I disagree with that. The reason why he didn't get as many touches because he's not the only receiver now. We got other people that
Wow.
can do things. So we ain't
Right.
gotta force feed Mike to get catches. We got a tight end now. We got 2 more wide receivers. You know what I'm saying?
They were double teaming Mike though.
They couldn't.
That's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
But did Mike have 80 yards? Did Mike have 80 yards, brother?
I don't know.
When they double team Mike, 83 made him pay. Olave made him pay, and number 22 damn sure made him pay.
Yeah.
So you can't focus on Mike no more. You can't double and try to take Mike out the game because somebody else gonna step in.
Yeah.
Did Mike have 80 yards, y'all? I want to know. What was his stats today? Could
Mike,
anybody pull up in the stats with Mike T? Because Mike T looked like Mike T. Mike T was not dropping the ball. Mike T caught the crucial passes. What did Mike T have? That unbelievable. Look, there it is. 5 catches for 61 yards.
Okay.
Five. Somebody said
That ain't
65 yards.
hard.
That's a good game. I ain't say the man was trash now, bro. Don't say like I'm saying the man.
I
I'm
didn't
just
say.
saying he got a little to me, he just didn't look fluid in his movements and
But you
stuff
can
like he
only go
usually
with
would.
the balls that pass to you, right?
because
No,
he don't have.
I mean he did. I'm not. He Mike Thomas. He gonna get him. But I'm just saying, as far as his movements, his flow for the game wasn't as much as it could be to me. That's just my opinion on it. I mean, y'all could disagree. That's cool.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
no, no,
saying?
no,
No,
no. We not.
we're not saying you're wrong. We're not saying you're wrong, but you got to look at the other weapons we have now. Because
No,
before,
I understand all
all
that.
we
I
had
just
was
was
Mike.
making one point about it. I
I
understand
mean,
what y'all
bro,
saying.
look. I don't know what you were seeing. Motherfuckers was dropping passes forever.
Who?
Who?
I mean, passes right in your hand. You
Who?
dropping passes.
Who dropped him?
Who? Who was dropping?
Shaheed, Olavi. I'm trying to tell you, Shaheed, Olavi. I mean, hey, bro, look, should have been throwing more to the tight ends.
I
But,
said that too. Tight ends down the seam. We'd have been
but,
sending them tight ends up the seam.
yes,
We'd have been killing them.
Yeah.
But where was Jimmy Graham? That's what I want to know. I seen Jimmy one play.
They
After
not
he
gonna
that,
didn't
really play
even
Jimmy
play.
Graham like that, like talking about right now, man. They
but in the red zone, when you get down the side that 20, you need Jimmy Graham.
right. That's bad coaching to me. I would have put Jimmy Graham in there. You right there. Give it
Yep,
time.
right there. On crucial third downs,
Well,
you put
hey,
Jimmy out there just to draw the
hey,
double and triple
motherfucker
team.
made me wear the motherfucking Jimmy Graham, and he ain't even getting the game.
He
Yeah,
played one
man.
play.
You gotta play the man, bro.
He got in one play, a running play.
You gotta play the man more than that, bro. You
Did he
gotta get
really?
him the ball, man.
Yep, he got in one play, a running play, and he missed the block.
Oh, that's terrible.
I was
He
looking
been
Oh,
dead
doing
that's
at.
that though. He
terrible.
been doing that. He known for that. But I'm talking
But
about
Hold on. Saints fans. That's why I
huh?
get mad with y'all, and I hate to cut y'all off because that's why I see we have a Saints panel on feelings. First of all, Jimmy Graham barely made this football team. He barely made this football team, and you guys
Hey,
are
he
out
made
here
the
acting
team
like
on
this
the
is
on
Jimmy.
the
I know
Hold
we
name.
up
know
now.
we
Hold
ain't.
on. Let me talk. Because y'all acting like this is Jimmy Graham, like 5 years ago. Jimmy Graham 3 years ago. You guys
Exactly.
are the worst.
Exactly.
Jimmy Graham
I
barely
know
made
we.
this fucking football
It's
team.
been 9 years.
I know
Sit
we
your
ain't
ass
talking
down.
like Jimmy Graham's supposed to get every snap out there.
Right.
no,
Let's
no,
calm
that
down now.
He
No,
is
not
not
ain't
that that
nobody
that,
supposed
that,
to.
said that,
He's the
bro.
that
third
that's not
tight end on this roster.
We
that's
said the
not what we
red zone,
saying.
the man right there. He a threat in the red zone. I don't care
Y'all
what
lose
year
it,
he in.
bruh. Don't lose your mind because of training camp. Don't lose your mind because of one great play in preseason. This guy's a good player now. He's not a great player. And let me tell you something. Foster Moreau didn't get no passes. Did y'all say anything about that? Juwan Johnson got a couple of passes that were
Yeah,
not going to the tight end. The
that's
tight end
true.
was not going
And
to
that,
eat today.
and that was the
It's
That's
problem.
not
true.
a
That's
game
the
of tight
problem.
end today,
That's
Am.
what I'm saying. That's the problem.
That was the problem. We didn't utilize the
Right.
utilization of all our weapons and
Right.
available personnel.
But
That's
you
what he
didn't
trying to
bring up
say though.
other tight ends.
Yeah, that's what he trying to say.
You didn't
Y'all
bring
sitting
up
there,
the other tight ends.
y'all going straight to Jimmy Graham. Y'all ain't talking about Foster Moreau and
Somebody brought
Jawan
Jimmy
Johnson.
But
Graham up, so I spoke on it. You know what I'm
guess what?
saying?
Guess what? If I'm in the red zone and I got a 6'7" power forward,
I'm
I'm a,
throwing it to
I'm
him. I
throwing
don't
it up
care.
to him.
But
I'm
a 6'7" old man who's 38 years
Man,
old?
that man can
No,
go up with
I'm gonna go
anybody
to
in the
the six
league, man.
five the guy. The 6'5" young man. I'm
I
gonna go to
I I
Jawan Johnson. Jawan Johnson
I
is a beast.
I check this out. Check this
Jawan
out.
Johnson is the
Hold
guy
on.
you gotta go to.
Hold on, check this out, right? You got all right, say like you go double tight. You got Jawan Johnson, you got Jimmy Graham, you got Michael Thomas on the outside of Jimmy Graham, you got Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed on the other side, right? Now, If you run all of them in the end zone, who gonna get the most attention? Somebody gonna come open. You don't necessarily have to throw it to the ground, but you can decoy him.
Anybody
They
one
got
on
to
one
pay
is beat.
attention.
One on one you beat. Any
Now
one of
Graham
them.
got the 1-on-1. You got to put it up there and let him go for it. But
Right.
if
Hang
they
on.
double and triple him, somebody else gonna be open.
Yeah.
Hang on, y'all. Let's be honest here about offensively, because I know after this game we all right. We glad we 1-0 right now. We won 16-15, but we all turned into what the hell happened on all.
Yeah.
He froze again.
Yeah, we all freezing.
All us?
It's offline.
Nah, I can hear y'all.
I can hear and see everybody. Well, I see y'all. Look like y'all froze. And my internet up it's 100%.
Not me. I'm not freezing. Stop talking shit about me, Larry.
We couldn't hear you. We just started hearing you when you
Yeah,
said
we can hear
now.
you
Larry,
now.
I was on mic.
All right.
I try to let y'all ass talk.
Hump just froze.
We got to give my son a little bit of respect. He in Alabama.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna get shit from me.
You gotta have a hot spot out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son got to go roll into somewhere. But back what we were talking about here on the Baddest Sports Show podcast. You guys got to understand is this. You guys have fan favorites, and you got to stop it. Stop that shit with your fan favorites. Watch the game. You guys was trying to get rid of Peyton Turner. Get rid of him.
What up?
It's not about fan favorite. It's about strategy and personnel and getting a mismatch. You
Yeah.
put Jimmy Graham out there in that red zone, he gonna draw attention because everybody gonna think, oh, they going to Jimmy.
Right.
But somebody else gonna be open. It's all about strategy when you get down there. Somebody
That's
else
good
gonna be wide
coaching,
open.
man.
You put Michael Thomas on the outside of Jimmy Graham, pick your poison.
Right.
You can stand Jimmy Graham up in the slot, just run him straight up the field. I guarantee you 2 or 3 people gonna roll with him.
I'll put him and Jawan next to each other. Then what you gonna do?
No. You gotta put him next to Mike because Mike is a bigger threat.
What you gonna do? Either one of them, they coming out there, bro. 1-on-1, you it's over with for you, bro. You ain't doing nothing.
Exactly. That's why I said put Jimmy on the side next to Mike, because if he draw 3, Mike gonna have 1. I'd rather throw a jump ball to Mike.
Right. He gonna get it.
Because he a power forward his damn self.
Yeah,
He a small forward.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get it. Then you got Jawan on the other side in Olave. You look at Jawan. Jawan might be open if he 1-on-1 with a safety. I'm throwing it up to him.
Well, Peyton Turner did get hurt today, but it was minor. You could tell it was minor. You saw the way he walked off the field.
Yeah, he gonna be all right.
He gonna be all right. I mean, and that's another thing we got to talk about. Us, most of us on this panel played football. Most of us actually played. Rather it was a small ball, rather it was high school, rather it was. We all know that injuries can happen in the sport. Okay, but let's stop being so in generalist when it comes down to when young people get hurt. Okay, I'm not gonna give up on Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner has been a dog, bro. He better than Davenport, in my opinion, because Davenport was giving up so many picks. When y'all think about what we did to go get Davenport, and Davenport might be good for Minnesota, but it was such a disappointment for Davenport. Peyton Turner was just a normal draft pick, and I think Peyton Turner is gonna be something special for the Saints. I really believe it. He's aggressive. Watch as he goes in. He's grabbing arms. It should have been a face mask. But the motherfucker has always got a high motor. He's a high motor guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew exactly. As soon as he went down, I knew y'all was gonna be like, "Oh, here come Big Turner."
Here you go.
There you go. He gonna hit the ground.
The man can't even get hurt.
No, I'm just saying.
Next man up. Next man up.
Yeah. We got some dogs
Saints
on that
fans
end,
are
so
the
we'll be
worst.
all right.
I said this in the pregame though, y'all. I said the defensive line versus their offensive line was going to be the key of the game. That defensive line, I don't know about y'all, but to me, that defensive line looked awesome today. They handled their business. And look, they are all young. Brian Brzee had him a day. I love Granderson. Granderson went off today. Okay, Cam Jordan doing Cameron Jordan things as always. Defensively, I had no problems at all. I had no problems with the way everyone played defensively. Marshawn Lattimore is proving once again he is one of the top cornerbacks in this league. Adebo proved why he won the outside cornerback position outside of Marshawn Lattimore. Alante Taylor handled his business for the most part.
Alante Taylor played well.
He played really well. So, and now Marcus May got thrown around a little bit, but thank God he got.
I'm not going to even get mad with Marcus May. Do you know how big Henry is? Anybody can run over that dude.
I'm just telling you, you don't want your safety sitting there getting scared to tackle a running back, though.
But you see what Alante did to Henry, though?
Exactly. Like I don't want to hear excuses about Derrick Henry bigger than.
Not really.
Alante hit the legs, man.
Alante ain't hit the legs. Alante was just rubbing up against it.
Yeah, I know. He just would hold him till your people come, bro. You got backup on the way.
Football is about leverage. Football is about leverage.
He did what a DB is supposed to do. You go ahead and hold on to that sucker,
right? Until you get help.
The cavalry comes.
And DeMario came and laid the wood.
That's all you supposed to do, man.
DeMario was coming through that laying the wood on that boy, like
right.
DeMario
ain't no joke.
DeMario was on one all night today.
That boy ain't no joke, man.
At fourth quarter, he was really on one.
DeMario Davis is the heart of this team.
Yes.
He was really the fourth quarter. He was really on one because every time we see Derrick Henry getting hit, it was him.
Yeah, it was him.
He was laying them out.
Now look, y'all. I know I was cut off a little bit earlier today. I've been trying all day to get in this damn chat for all day in this post game. But what I was trying to discuss, what I was trying to say,
get your ass out of Alabama.
That offensive line was the Achilles heel today. Trevor Penning did not help out at all today. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I had very high hopes about Trevor Penning, but Trevor Penning.
It's one game, son. One game.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Every 504. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
I'm going to debate you on that in a few seconds.
No, look, we get on everybody else on this football team. Trevor Penning needs to be getting on today because he played horrible.
Get on.
He played horrible.
We got on him in the beginning of the podcast.
I'm looking at Derek Carr. Every time he drops back, somebody's in the backfield, and it's because of Trevor Penning looking crazy.
They looked bad last year too. Week 1 though, they're gonna tighten up. They was bad week 1 last year. They're gonna tighten it up.
James got beat.
Yeah, they're gonna tighten it up.
James got beat like a runaway slave.
The same way, they're gonna be better next week.
But what I want you to know, EJ, is the fact that Trevor Penning, and we say this all the time. Oh Lord, it's the damn. Well, he played against a former LSU Tiger. And that LSU Tiger is fast.
Hold up now. I don't care who it is.
That Tiger is Arden Key, and he's making a name for himself. When it comes to Trevor Penning, he's going to have trouble against speed rushers. That guy should have, as the head coach, I wouldn't have had him. I would have had a tight end to help him. Because when you're dealing with a speed rusher, that guy right there, Arden Key, was coming around the app. Go watch what he was doing at LSU. That was the same thing. Nobody was blocking him. Go watch the tape. Arden Key was
so what you saying is right now. What you saying is right now.
Monster man.
So what you saying is right now is that Arden Key is one of the top rushers in this league right now. That's what you're saying right now.
Son, I'm not. See, this is what y'all don't understand, okay? You play to your strengths in football.
I just need you to acknowledge that Trevor Penning did not have a good game today.
Football, if you watch the LSU Tigers, Arden Key was known for his speed. He was known for out athletic a guy around.
How many
Don't
years?
don't don't
How many
don't take that
years
serious,
Arden
son.
Key has been in
Watch
this league?
watch Trevor Pennington. Watch Trevor Pennington. Watch this guy dominate the next couple of weeks. He's not going to deal with a guy who running the damn 4.5 around at the end.
Like I said, Trevor Penning, he's a great run stopper.
You're gonna
Look,
learn, son. You're gonna learn
he's
because
great.
you're young. Go ahead and run
He's
your
great.
podcast.
Look,
You're
Trevor
gonna
Penning
learn.
is.
You're
I'm
gonna learn how
calling it.
stupid you sound.
I'm calling it like it is. Trevor Penning is good in the run, but his passing, pass blocking, he is exposed, and he needs to work.
Yeah, that's due to lack of NFL experience.
Yeah,
He
he gonna
he
get
needs to
better.
work.
And coaching.
He's got to get right,
Coaching.
and the Saints need to go ahead and keep coaching him up because he's not ready yet.
Yeah,
They
Okay,
need to get-
and that needs to be said today.
he
they
wasn't.
need to get-
Leg
he
out.
don't- Go ahead.
Yeah, you could tell he wasn't getting his back leg out there. He wasn't ready for the speed rush.
Yes.
Well, whenever he came inside, he held his own, but whenever he was going outside, he was not getting his kick leg out.
Somebody talking and I don't even see the avatar. I think that's my brother in the dark. That's my brother Aaron.
Yeah, that's Aaron. That's Aaron out there. Aaron
all
Underwood.
right, because we can't even see him.
I don't know why my camera's not showing. It says it's on, but
It's all good. We can hear you.
But yeah, it just lack of experience. But Trevor Penning got his ass whooped today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He got his
Just
ass.
call it like it is, man. Now, look,
right.
nobody trying to sit there and downgrade Trevor Penning. Look, he's got great potential, but today he got his ass whooped. All right.
Yeah.
Trevor Penning.
Look, we want him to get better.
He-
Okay.
Good point. How long has Arden Key been in the league? You haven't even really heard his name. Today might have been his best game in the NFL.
Come
Yeah.
on now. Come on now. That's all I wanted to know.
Let me tell y'all something, bro. Trevor Penning don't have no technique. He need to work. He need to work with one of them older retired tackles, somebody like Zach Streif,
Yeah,
Willie Rope, or somebody that can teach him technique. Because in college he went off of brute strength.
yep.
The NFL, you can't do that.
Yeah.
He has no technique.
But
He has no blocking
He has
technique.
Jerry
Right.
Evans right now. He has
Technique
Jerry
in the
Evans. Maybe
league.
Jerry Evans can actually, talk to the man and calm him down. I'm
Yeah.
just telling
He
y'all.
need a
that was
tackle.
his
He
first-
don't need a guard. Jerry
I'm just
specializes in guards.
I'm telling you, most number one draft linemen have gotten their ass whipped on their first game. Don't sit there and act like this is over with. He's a young rookie. That is a learning experience when it comes down to a rookie. I'm just telling you.
No one's saying it's over with, but like
Right.
I said,
What
it
Saints
was-
fans are.
He just don't have. He just need to
Man,
learn
don't
pass
listen to
They
blocking
the same
technique.
one done that to Caesar Reed. EJ, 3 years ago, they said the same shit about Caesar. Caesar just got a $44 million contract for the Saints.
That's correct.
Don't act like you don't know, EJ. We called this 3 years ago.
That's correct.
Caesar had to learn how to.
Some time lovers.
He had to learn how to play guard because he played center better than he played guard. He had to
Yeah.
learn the guard position because he was
Yeah.
the center in college. He was
Yeah.
the top. He was basically the top center.
Yeah, he was.
He
And
had to
look,
learn to
I'm
play
not-
guard.
I'm not gonna say Trevor Penning was the only guy on the offensive line today that messed up because I saw you. Yes, Hurst messed up today. I even saw doggone Ruiz mess up today. I don't know if I saw Ramchick mess up, but doggone
Yeah.
I
Ram,
saw.
Ram got pushed back too.
Now, look, that whole offensive line need to be held accountable because when we go against good teams, they are going to expose us. And not to say the Titans aren't a good team. The Titans are a really good football team. They proved today that they can hang in the NFL. Okay, that was tough for us today. But I'm just saying, for us going forward, we need to work on offensive line because and let's not go ahead and take anything away from what Derek Carr did today. Derek Carr had a lot of pressure, man. He had to play through a lot of doggone pressure in that backfield, man. I think he played great. He played great to be under that pressure, man. Most quarterbacks throwing 3 picks, like Tannehill did today. He could have been Tannehill today, but Derek Carr kept playing and he played really well. And Chris Olave proved to be a star receiver. I mean, he played his ass off today. Rashid Shaheed did what he was supposed to do as well. Michael Thomas, I'm gonna look. It was only 65 yards, 5 receptions, but look, that's all we need from Michael Thomas. He doesn't have to be 2019 Michael Thomas, guys. He doesn't have to be 2019 Michael Thomas. That's all you need for him to open up the offense and to get guys like Shaheed and Olave or down the field. I'm telling y'all, this offense has potential to be very explosive. One of the best offenses in this league. And look, today
You're
proved
cooking, son. You're cooking. Go ahead.
today proved that Alvin Kamara was very missed. Okay, we missed some damn Alvin Kamara. Okay, because look, Jamal, he handled his business, but Lord, he gave me a damn scare at that last play because that was a fumble. That was a
Yeah,
fumble. He was only getting
yeah.
2 or 3 yards per carry. So we got to figure it out in this run game as well too,
That's the
because
line. That comes back to the line.
Yeah.
right, exactly. So there's some things to fix out today. Offensively, defensively, keep doing what the hell you've been doing. You're one of the best defenses in this damn league. But offensively, we have to fix the offensive line and running the football a little bit better.
And we got let's not act like the Saints was not a top 10 defense today. Do you understand? See, all y'all shit y'all talk about Dennis Allen. Y'all talk a lot of shit about Dennis Allen. And I'm gonna defend the dude. And I'm gonna tell you on the baddest sports show podcast. He took a new D line. This was a new completed D line. He lost half of the line. Y'all don't tell me this team was not ready to play. Y'all don't tell me Marshall Lattimore and them was not locking it down. Tyrann Matthews and them was not locking it down.
Yeah.
They really handled one of the best running backs in the NFL. We expect Henry to go off. He's going to go off on many other teams. We didn't even see the rookie go off. Y'all, Tajay Spears had a mediocre game because of the Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints defense is for real.
Yeah.
They're for real.
And plus, we got a new defensive coordinator. Still showed out.
Yeah. The defense is just immaculate, man. This is what you want. And we've been that. We already knew what the defense was supposed to do and what they were going to be going into this game. This wasn't shocking to me at all. I don't know for the rest of you guys, but to me, this wasn't shocking at all. But this just goes to show that with a great defense and some little minute fixes on this offense, I'm telling y'all, like, we can be very slept on this year and we can make some big waves this year. I'm telling y'all, this is a game that we needed. We needed to learn to win in a hostile game like this, in a very close game like this. You can learn from this. Pete Carmichael, and I'm gonna shout out Pete Carmichael in here. Pete Carmichael. There were some plays I was looking at you and I'm like, you could have called it better.
Pete Carmichael
he
looks good.
But for the most part, I congratulate him.
The
on
creative.
Because I like the creativeness that he put out there for this offense. I liked it.
Getting Shaheed the ball.
It was all about
getting Shaheed the ball.
Right. It's all about, at this point, just getting the offensive line fixed up.
Think about this. No Alvin Kamara. Them making the adjustment of putting Olave in the backfield and getting matched up on as an open space.
Yes.
That was huge. Those 2 plays where he came out of I wish we would have saw it a little bit more, honestly. But Olave at the back.
They did the same thing with Deontay Hardy a few years back.
Yeah.
When Kamara was down, they put Deontay Hardy coming out the backfield, and he made a lot of plays.
That was beautiful to me to see Chris Olave in the backfield, and I never imagined that we would do something like that with him. Now my mind's working now. Now I'm like, man, why haven't we done this before? Like that was to see that in actual live, and then they put that out there. That was something they was cooking up already in training camp that we never seen before. And going to see it today, that was awesome. I like that. Pete Carmichael stuff like that is what's gonna have us competing and making the playoffs this season.
But you got to look at the amount of weapons we got. Well, we got the luxury to do that because you could slash Shaheed outside. Now you got to pay attention to him. You got Michael Thomas. You got to pay attention to him. You got to pay attention to Juwan Johnson. So when he came out that backfield, you got a linebacker covering him basically. You don't have a cornerback covering him. He in the backfield. It looked like a base offense, but it's not. So your defensive set is going to be based.
I was more impressed the fact that Derek Carr was calming down. He didn't allow the interception to really get to his head. Most quarterbacks, when they get intercepted, they start, it really gets at him. And you can see the calm of a veteran quarterback. The way that young man would just settle down and say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to utilize the throwing to the backfield, the running backs, throwing to the tight end.
Yeah.
He does not try to risk the football. And that's what I like about Derek Carr, not just putting it in harm's way, being able to scramble and throw the ball with and you got to appreciate about Derek Carr. Derek Carr, that was his first game. I did not expect him to throw for 300 yards on his first game. I did not expect him to be a world beater on his first game. I expected him to manage the game to try to win this football game. We won this football game, Saints fans.
That boy got heart. That's what he got. He got more heart than what Andy Dalton had, because he had the heart to take the shots.
Yeah.
And Andy Dalton was a backup quarterback.
And Andy Dalton was Andy Dalton, same way he was in Cincinnati. When he get down, he's not the type of quarterback to come from behind and win. He's not built like that.
Are you going to talk about the pass he threw to Michael Thomas on the sideline? That long bomb.
That was beautiful. To come straight out. I mean, that was the first couple of plays in the drive. And he comes out, throws straight to Michael Thomas. I mean, stuff like that.
It was the confidence to throw to Michael Thomas. Like,
Mike beat
you
him
ain't
deep.
going to stop me.
Yeah, Mike beat him deep.
Mike beat him deep. And
Mike can run that whole route tree.
Like I said, Mike looks good, man. He looks healthy, man. And that's all we want to see out of Mike, man. He doesn't have to be 2019, man. Just putting out that production that he put out today is what's going to have us winning football games, man. That's all we need. And look,
you look at your first game, EJ, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You look at the game, him scrambling, making the team get to the goal line, the awareness to do. Because when you play football, you play to win the game.
Yeah.
As the great Herm App would say, you played to win the game. Field goals are not going to win. You're not going to win football games with field goals. I said that on the Baddest Sports Show podcast on Facebook. Field goals, you lose the game.
Hang on. Let me tell you something, Evan 504. How you feel about Groupie now? How do you feel about Groupie now?
Right now,
how do you feel about Groupie?
Right now, I apologize. I apologize. Fuck.
Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. That rookie looked good today.
Hold up now.
This is why you make moves like that, man. And I applaud.
So you got one of them right.
I applaud Dennis Allen.
Oh, Headley looked good too.
Headley looked
all
good
right,
too
y'all get on my nerves. You ain't coach, get on my nerves. Y'all get on my nerves. Because at the end of the day, don't act like y'all was not a little bit worried with new dudes who don't even know, who never played the game.
I was confident. I love the
you want to act like it.
Kids.
All right. These guys came in like professionals. They came in like professionals. They did their thing. They had their chest out. To be honest with you, I was amazed with the punter. It's not so much with the kicker, because the guy was kicking at the 30 and the 40 yard line.
What about the 52 yard? Come on now.
It was. I get
it, homie.
The punter, bro. The punter was putting them inside the 20 to 30. You gotta give props to that punter.
Yes. Hey, look, shout out to Lou. Lou was pushing them boys back all the way into the red zone, and it was making it easier for the defense. But like I said, man, Blake Groupie is a confident mother sucker, man. I'm telling y'all, doggone this kid.
Well, we talked about special teams. Did we talk about special teams in the beginning of the game, Aaron? Did we talk about the fact that Aaron Underwood, did we say in the very first part of the game that the Saints, what will be dangerous with the Saints kickoff team? We talked about this. We talked about the fact
we talked about Shaheed.
He's fumbling the ball. He didn't have no work in preseason. That could have lost us this football game.
Could have, would have, should have, but it didn't.
Hey, it could have, would have, but it almost would have.
Hey, that's week one. I call that.
Talk about coulda, woulda, shouldas, though, man.
I call that week one.
If that happens late in the game, yes, but early in the game like that, when you still got plenty of time, plenty of game left to figure out what to do and how to play chess,
Yeah.
Basically, it hurt us, but it didn't really. I mean, what they settled for a field goal. Defense did their thing, and let's talk about the linebacker that I said is going to be a surprise. Was flying all over the field that y'all didn't mention yet. Had like 7, 8 tackles. Zach Bond and a block.
Zach Bond.
Zach Bond played his butt off today.
Zach
Yes,
Bond.
he
Oh,
did.
what you gonna say, Larry? What you gonna say, Larry?
Hold up. Hold up. I ain't never said nothing bad about Bond. I
Where's
ain't never
Humphrey? Where's
I ain't never
Humphrey?
said nothing bad about him.
The man blocked the punt. Cut. Y'all said cut this man.
I didn't say nothing. The only person I asked about was Traquan Smith.
Where's Humphrey? Humphrey said cut this man.
Hey, what did I tell y'all about Derrick Henry, though? I said I wasn't worried about him between the tackles. I was worried about him in the screen game. And they went to him one time, and it was huge.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't try it again, like a middle screen or another screen, right? Maybe they
But
figured.
you know what was funny about Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry is so predictable in that offense, and I think the Titans realized that he was predictable, that they kept running him in the middle, and we were stuffing that in there like that, and they realized, all right, this is how we gonna fool the Saints. We're gonna put Tajay Spears in here, and every time we put Tajay Spears in here, they're gonna think we're passing the football, and then you would see them hand it to Tajay Spears or even throw it to Tajay Spears, man. So I'm telling y'all, smart by the defense, first of all. Once again, we got one of the great defenses in this league, man. But Derrick Henry in the Titans, don't look for them to break off their relationship soon, because their offense becomes very predictable. You know you have a guy like Derrick Henry that can just run. You keep giving him the ball, he breaks into the game. And he can take off just on one run and change the game like that. Teams start to key in on you. So I thought that was big today too.
Well, I was always wondering also throughout the game why it seemed like Derrick Henry was taking himself out of the game. Usually he's ready to keep going, run after run.
Man, them hits are for real, coach. Them hits are for real.
Like I said, DeMario was making them think twice, man. The way he was hitting today, I would think twice too.
They can have DeMario turned it up for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Look, and let me say this too about Derek Carr, y'all. You can tell the difference between a good quarterback and a bad quarterback today. If you look at Derek Carr and look at Ryan Tannehill today, okay? Now both offenses had bad offensive line play today, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
So Tannehill, as you can see in the pocket, was struggling to move out of the pocket and throw his receivers open. Derek Carr, despite having a bad offensive line play, was able to go ahead and get out of duress and throw his receivers open. That's how good Derek Carr can be, man. If you can just give this guy protection, man, give him more time, he can pick you apart, man. And like I said, that is a prime example. Derek Carr, yes, he threw 1 pick today, but Ryan Tannehill threw 3 picks today.
3 picks.
Yeah,
that's what football is about, turnovers.
The one thing I didn't like about Derek Carr was we were moving the ball down the field on that drive, and it seemed like he tried to force it to Jawan Johnson.
He tried to force it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I didn't like about him the whole game. Other than that, he did what you want him to do.
Yeah.
Man in the game, right? Don't turn it over. Take the shots when they're available. And he followed the script like the Saints had it drawn up.
Right. And I feel like Derek on that play, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna just say, in my opinion, on that play, the play he threw a pick, to Jawan Johnson, I really felt like, okay, at that point in the game, the Titans was up 6-3, right? So they're in the red zone there.
9-6.
Or 9-6 at that time. So they're in the red zone. They're really itching to look to go ahead and score during that drive. Derek Carr was just trying to go ahead and force things, and that's understandable. You feel like your offense is not playing as you wanted to play. It's your first game in New Orleans. You're in a new team. You expecting more right now. So I really felt like on that play, that was just him trying to force things.
he had just hit Jawan Johnson for like a big 14, 15 yarder right before that. And they tried to hurry up. It was right before the half. So I could see the sense of urgency of trying to score. But what that did was it kept your team out of field goal range.
Right.
Or with the position of the ball with the chance to tie it up before the half.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I know he had just hit him for a big like play down the middle, and it seemed like they was trying to go to that same type of look and try to expose that same type of zone defense right there by the Titans, but the safety, jumped underneath it. And you just, in those situations, you don't want to force it. If it's not there, throw it out the back of the end zone. I mean, we was in the,
you guys.
Olave was wide open on that play.
You guys hit the like button.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
For those who are not in the chat, hit the like button. Remember, this is the Baddest Sports Show Talk podcast, New Orleans Saints podcast. You guys hit the like button. We need the algorithm. Please, all your friends out there, and shout out to the Hancock Hawks. The Hancock Hawks are 3-0. Well, we and this is the color analyst of the Hancock Hawks, Aaron.
Baby, that's what I'm talking
about. Aaron is the Aaron Underwood is the color analyst of the Hancock Hawks. He gonna
play-by-play announcer, man.
Hey, Andre is the color analyst.
Yeah, Andre is the color.
Andre is the color, but it don't matter. Y'all both still the same.
I'm the voice, baby. I'm the voice.
That's the voice, baby. That's the Hawk voice.
That's the voice right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Todd, what do you think about the fact that the what is so different? Because we see multiple times the Hawks go 3-0. I have the privilege of having all of my sons go through Hancock. We have 4 sons. My oldest son is the Baddest Sports Show podcast host. He started it, and then we have Cameron. Cameron went through there. Cameron Gagne, and we had Xavier go through it, and now we have Christoph. What do you think so different with this team starting off 3-0?
Well, right off the bat, just to go to talk a little about Mississippi high school sports, get away from Saints for a second. In the past, those first 3 games have been powder puff games. They haven't really been competition.
Yeah.
They go up 3-0 and they get their confidence up and they go in the district, and it makes it tougher. And these first 3 games have been against tougher competition, although but it just goes to show how much more these kids, these seniors, are bought into the system that they've been playing in since 9th grade, and how much a system, no matter if it's high school, college, or NFL, is what it is, right? You don't just learn the system the first year. You learn the plays and the base plays, but the longer you're in the system, the longer you perfect that system. So I think the competition so far this year has been a little bit tougher from athletes' standpoint, point of view.
I mean, you do have the best running back, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Zach Gallant.
You have the best running back in the state.
He's a beast. I wouldn't say in the state, but definitely he's one of the.
In my opinion, go ahead.
But our quarterback might be one of the best in the state, honestly.
Yeah, but I do agree. I do agree.
And I just want to say, hey man, it's been a pleasure announcing your kids' names over the radio the last few years. And I even said Xavier's name a few times when 41 made a tackle over the radio. But it's just a pleasure to get to still say Christoph.
Hey man, we be appreciating you, man.
We want Moran to be. We want us. Me and my son want Moran to be Tulane's quarterback. We are very
at the grades.
Yeah, we're a big Tulane.
Definitely out the grades for it.
Yeah, we're a big Tulane fan base here, and we love LSU, but we're big on Tulane. Me and my son, we would love to see him as the Greenway. But go ahead.
He's got 10 touchdowns on the season, about 800, 900 yards, I think, on the season, something like that. 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. So good touchdown to interception ratio. And I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. The team we play coming up pedal, let that St. Martin team that we just beat 42-27 score 31 points on them. So look for another big game out of Dylan Moran. Bill Acker, Ty Dito, and then the sophomore wide receiver that's come on for us lately, Caleb Schaefer. Dude's 4.3 40.
Yeah.
White boy running a 4.3, and he's got some hands. He's a
Well,
player.
You love to see it, man. They
and he's
got some of
big.
those
He's
out
big.
there.
He's six. What?
He's
He's
like
6'2", 6'3".
Caleb Shaver's about 5'11", 6 foot, about 180.
What about the other kid? I think he had one of this
Neil
like
Acker
two of the Twin Towers.
Neil Acker is 6'5", 185, and
Yeah.
he is 6'3", 185 as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
man.
yeah.
Look, Aaron, it's great to have you on the chat, man. I know we had
And we don't want him to be a stranger. We need him here every week.
Yeah,
Hey, I
man.
love
Look,
it.
look, we when he seen you on Twitter and everything, and then we got the DM from you, and we was like, oh heck yeah, man. Look, come on in, man. Don't
And
ever
we knew,
feel like
look, Aaron, we knew we haven't done this very long on YouTube. My son and I are big Facebook guys, and we pretty much build a big platform on Facebook. And we said, you know what? Why not us get up into this? And Larry, you see Larry, former quarterback for Landry, and we get a lot of great New Orleans finest brothers that come on here. And we're very new. We're very new to YouTube, and we're just trying to expand.
Hey,
this our second season.
Hey, just from this morning and then the afternoon show so far, man, it's been great, and it'll be my pleasure to join y'all anytime that I can.
We appreciate it, man. Like I said, we're glad to have
I'm
you.
from New Orleans too, so don't even though I'm well, the West Bank. I'm from the West Bank.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
West
about.
Larry over there in the West Bank.
Algiers.
Yes, sir.
So we get back to the Saints, New Orleans Saints. Here on the Baddest Sports Show podcast, we're gonna give it right back to the host, EJ504.
I'm gonna announce some scores for y'all too. I saw two. You know what? I'm gonna start with the division because I saw immediately in the division. The biggest thing that caught my eye, you know, of course, our Saints and everything, but the biggest thing that caught my eye was the Buccaneers getting the dub today in Viking land.
Wow.
They beat the Vikings. Okay, so I'm
20-17.
20-17. That amazed
But
me.
it's the Vikings defense.
And Baker Mayfield looked decent though.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield and a quality defense.
yeah. So that kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit. You know, that look, none of these guys in this division, just because it looks like we're supposed to win this division, you know, Saints fans, does not mean we're gonna get this division now. We have to take it. We have to earn it.
But now, allow me to play devil's advocate now.
Go ahead, Larry.
This the first game of the season. This was a lot of them guys' first time really
Kansas
playing in
City,
the game.
Kansas City. We seen that happen with
Playing in
Kansas
the
City.
game. So the first
Larry?
week, I don't put too much weight into that.
Larry, what happened to Kansas City last year? They lost.
Yep.
They won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Most teams start off slow. What happened to the Saints last year? We won in the first game. Matter of fact, the Saints are one of the best teams in the last 5 years in winning in the very first game of the year. So let's not take that first game and thinking we're Super Bowl contenders.
No, you can't never put any merit on the first game. It's a good gauge to see where you can start the season off at, but
I never get carried away with.
Matter of fact, Tannehill didn't even play the preseason. Him and Carl wasn't but Carl got better as the game went on. Tannehill just stayed the same.
Well, we
That's
definitely can attend to
level.
that. We can attend to that as Saints fans too. I mean, think about it last year. I can remember when we came back and won that game last year against the Falcons. A lot of us was like, "Oh, we're gonna be fine this year. We're gonna, you know, go to the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl." You know, I'm hearing all these things. I'm like, "Whoa! It's just week one. You know, we got a lot more to go. We got a lot of things to take care of. You know, so
we just excited as Saints fans because we won. And we're not stupid Saints fans, okay? Now here on the Baddest Sports Show podcast, we're not stupid. We're not saying we're going to the Super Bowl after this victory. We're telling you that we're watching the other teams.
Right. To tell you the truth, last year injuries really derailed our season, if you want to be honest.
That's correct.
Say that too.
Yeah.
Landry,
Jarvis
by Landry, Jarvis Landry, and many others.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, a lot of things.
There's one thing I want to speak about real quick that's on my mind right now.
Go ahead.
Why the hell do we keep not getting these damn pass interference calls?
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that dude was all over Olave.
I'm
but
gonna
then
tell
they
you,
call a little tug on us.
the referee play today was horrible both ways. I mean, it was there was a lot of bad calls both ways. Today, the referees did not do their job at all today. It was bad, man. I really, I'm glad it worked out in our favor, but I was gonna be mad if we lost this game because I felt like a lot of calls could have went our way, and a lot of calls, didn't. It was just bad referee play all day today.
I mean,
man.
that should be a first and goal situation right there. Saints momentum. And then they get the ball back, and then they call a defensive holding on us on a tug that was barely noticeable. You had to slow it down on the camera.
Yeah.
He
It was.
touched his shoulder.
He was all over his shoulders, man. It was just atrocious, man. I was like, man, if somehow, some way the Titans come out with this W, man, this is just gonna make me sick, But we fought the refs today. We got through it, But like I said, to answer your question on that, Aaron, it was just bad all around today. Not just even that call. I know that was the biggest one that came around, but it was a lot more than even that. It was that whole game was horribly.
One thing I'm gonna say about Aaron EJ is he's one of the best. Aaron, I don't know if you played football for Hancock, but what I want to let you know is you one of the best as far as calling the game. No disrespect. I mean, I love Dwayne Bremer. Dwayne Bremer made us known in Hancock area. I'm gonna always love that brother. That brother took my children to the game, to the Superdome. We went up. Well, EJ, you remember us going to watch the Saints win your first time watching the Saints win was with Dwayne Bremer. We're gonna give a much shout out to Dwayne Bremer. We always love you, man.
Yeah, rest in peace
You
to
somewhere in
Dwayne,
heaven. Dwayne, I know you somewhere in heaven. You love the Hancock. You love the Saints and LSU. There was not a dude I ever met like you, bro.
Yeah.
I love you, Dwayne Bremer. At the time that I spent with you, it was like no other. He used to come to my house. We used to drink beers and get toe up. And I love you, bro.
Yeah, Double D, he was a good guy, man. And to answer your question, I did play football. Played running back, believe it or not. And
wow.
My senior year had about 870 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. I had another 400 or 500 yards receiving and a couple touchdowns. And we were pretty damn good my senior year. So,
I tell you this, we love you, bro.
I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all a great family. Even the Gagne mom, she would message me on
in the back. In the back right now. The Gagne mom in the back right now.
Yep, she would message me, and I love it. Look, I didn't take this up for a profession when I did it. My twin brother did it before me. He passed away, and when I moved back,
and I'm so hard. I used to listen to you guys. Y'all, and I love it the way. Is that your brother now that's calling the game?
That's my nephew, my godchild.
And hearing you, Underwoods, the Underwoods. Are you related to EJ's coach? EJ had a coach Underwood.
No, there was no relation. Jared Underwood.
Okay. Jared, you and Jared. Okay. Yeah. But it's just so, the way you call the game, bro, the way you talk about these children, and we, the Hancock, love you, bro.
And that's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to highlight the children, right? That's what it's all about. It's not about me. It's not about Andre, who's in the booth, who's a former Hancock offensive lineman last 2 years ago. It's not about us. We did our time. Now it's our time to shine the light on the kids, and that's what it's all about. Anytime I can promote the kids, I do. I retweet their tweets. Called Christoph, Mr. Lockdown, Shutdown.
Locksmith. You call him Locksmith.
That's right, the Locksmith.
Yeah. I don't watch you.
Hey, that's a good name for him, though, right? The Locksmith.
Hey, that's pretty fitting. That's pretty fitting for him.
When I heard
Okay.
him jump on the scene as a sophomore, I was like, this kid's gonna be good. He's out there in the defensive backfield and made some plays. And I'm like, this kid's gonna be good. And now
He's like his big brother right there, who was one of the best cornerbacks, who ended up at Belhaven. My son right there, who's on the panel, one of the best cornerbacks on the coast, and everybody know it. Everybody knows Egypt was 6'4". I mean 6'3", and almost 6'4" playing cornerback. So everybody, and then Cameron was one of the best linebackers that came out of Hancock. He plays right now in college, and he's up there in William Penn. And we have Xavier is over there at Pearl River, and Pearl River right down the street. And then we're dealing with Christoph. And we just thank y'all so much. Well, how you guys have always embraced us here in Hancock, home of Brett Favre. Brett Favre, everybody don't know that is Brett Favre University. Go ahead.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, Brett Favre, he bought us some cleats my senior year. Any kind of cleats we wanted, we got to pick them out of the book, and they shipped them to us. So we thank him for that. I don't know if he really does too much for the program now because he loves to
Yeah.
There's a lot of other BS I'm not going to talk about, but
like I was saying though, guys, not to even cut y'all off on that, man. All going, we gotta keep the show running and everything. But Carolina and the Falcons game was the other game that I wanted to talk about.
Who won that game, EJ?
That was close for a second, wasn't it?
Yes, the Falcons. The Falcons won the game. It was close at first, but it ended out 27-10. Falcons win. I'm gonna just say this just from looking at that game because I peeked in. I like to peek in and look at everybody. And measure myself. Measure my team against everyone else. And I looked at who we're about to play against next. Okay, I don't know if you guys know Carolina. Okay, Carolina, who we lost to at the last game of the season.
I hate playing in the second game.
I am not worried, EJ. I am not worried.
Hey,
if our defense plays like we did today, Bryce Young's gonna whiz.
Bryce Young gonna have a hell of a miserable day.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying this, y'all, because I don't ever want to, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Look, how we get with division rivals. You know how this go.
I just don't want to play down to the competition.
Exactly. Look, we know on paper we can beat their ass. Okay, we know on paper we can beat their ass, but when it comes down to the game, and when it's nut up and shut up time, I'm just telling you, I've seen this too many times with us and division rivals, man. They make games too closer than what they need to be. So I'm just saying, after watching this game with Carolina, yes, Bryce Young had a bad game today. Okay, he probably had about one of the worst starts you could have as a starting quarterback in your rookie year. But I'm just saying, this is the game that he's gonna probably try to bounce back in. Saints defense need to continue to do what they've been doing. Okay, and we've always had trouble with rookie running quarterbacks. Okay, RG3, y'all remember RG3 came in first start, lit our ass up. All right, I know y'all remember that. The Redskins came up in there, RG3 lit us up. Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles, running quarterback, lit us up. So I'm just saying, we need to go ahead and not just overlook just because the Falcons won the game. And I'm gonna just say the Falcons won this game because Carolina's not ready yet. They're still rebuilding, they're still growing right now. But I kept an eye on him.
EJ, you just mentioned two elite running quarterbacks. Bryce Young is a quarterback that can run. That's the difference.
Okay.
He's not a running quarterback. And who Carolina have that can run the ball that we have to focus on like we did today versus Derrick Henry, right? I feel like the Saints are going to tee off against Carolina. They don't have a true running threat, and Bryce Young is not that guy. I'm just calling it.
Okay. Yeah, I really believe that Bryce Young is going to be – look, and I know people are going to get upset, but I don't think Bryce Young is that guy. I think that he's a product of Alabama and Nick Saban. I think that the kid that's better than him is in Houston. I think that the kid that's better than him is in Houston, played with Ohio State. I just really, I could be wrong.
I believe so too.
I could be wrong, but I just think that this guy is a little bit too small. People gonna say, well, that's Drew Brees was too small. Drew Brees was horrible in his first 2 years with the San Diego Chargers. He was horrible before he learned the game. Stop acting like Drew Brees learned the game right away.
Say horrible.
Drew Brees was a Hall of Fame quarterback. Drew Brees was horrible.
Drew Brees was slinging that thing when he was at Purdue, man.
Marty Schottenheimer, I'm not talking about out of college. I'm talking about Marty Schottenheimer benched him for Doug Flutie because they knew he wasn't ready. Some of these quarterbacks don't go right away.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
They don't go right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Hey, look. It is
what I said earlier, sometimes it takes time.
It does take time, and I think we rush guys into their process.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, I brought these two, I brought the division up. I wanted to, go ahead and bring that up more so because, Carolina's coming up and we play them next and everything, but this thing, look, like I said, I enjoyed the way we came around and we looked rattled at first offensively, and it looked like things was gonna break down. And here we go. It's gonna be another game where the Saints let one get away from them. We won today. We went 1-0. Now you delete this and you move on to the next week and you improve this week on the things that you were weak at. Okay, like I said, offensive line play. Okay, particularly Trevor Penny. That's where we really need to go ahead and figure things out at. And running back wise, I want to see more production out the running backs. I know we lean just more on Jamal Williams, but I feel like Jamal Williams gonna need help back there. Somebody to spice it up.
Williams, EJ, I don't think that Jamal Williams played bad. I think it's more that Tennessee played good. It's not that Jamal Williams didn't get a chance to even get out the backfield. So sometimes we look as spectators, we assume that the players are not playing good, but if the old line is not moving the football, maybe it's more of the credit to a Tennessee Titans Stafford defense. We played a good team today. Let's just give credit to the Tennessee Titans.
That's why I always say stats could be deceiving.
Right.
Yeah. And like I said,
might go over 100 yards next week.
Well, that's how I get, man. Look. For me, it's not. I don't ever blame it on one person. For me, it's like if a running back does bad, then I look at the offensive line too. If the offensive line does bad, then I look at the running back too, because they work. They have to work together. So for me, I just want both of them, together as a group, the alignment as the group, and these running backs. I need them to come together. While Alvin Kamara is out, because like I said, we missed some Alvin Kamara today. We missed his energy. We missed his, his swagger today. So I'm just saying.
2 more games with Alvin.
Well, 2 more games. 2 more. 2 more. So
2 more. We just got to hold on 1 more. We just got to hold 1 more game.
Hey, I got a score for y'all right now. The Denver Saints are winning right now, 13-10 against the Los.
Wow, that's a good game going on.
But the fact that they struggling over there, man, it's the Raiders.
Well, it's the first game. It's the first game.
It's the Raiders. Look, Sean Payton. Look, don't be surprised they get this win. I expect them to get this win. But look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sean Payton has put a lot of pressure on himself with the Denver Broncos.
Sean Payton to lose today.
Oh, that's bold. That's bold. But like I said, Sean Payton has put a lot of pressure on himself, with Denver. He could have just kept his mouth shut. He was going after.
He could have stayed with the Saints.
Look, I'm not gonna blame him for whatever decision he wanted to make with the Saints and everything like that. It is what it is now. We can't sit there and dwell on the past anymore. But like I said, with him in Denver right now, I just feel like he should just keep his mouth shut and just play the games at this point. It is what it is, man. Look, y'all gonna handle your own team and stop looking into everybody else's pot. And I'm particularly speaking about what the Jets had going on when they hired Nathaniel Hackett. Yeah, you thought Nathaniel Hackett did bad with the Denver Broncos last year. But look, that has nothing to do with you. You are the Denver Broncos head coach right now. You
Yeah, that
control.
was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, you control what
You
Denver's
don't
doing right now.
badmouth another coach.
Yeah, just leave that alone. So
I don't know how that makes you better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I like I said, I know a lot of Saints fans are paying attention to what Sean Payton is doing out there in Denver and everything, but don't look too much into Denver right now, man. Look, I'm actually rooting for Russell Wilson, man. I'm rooting for him because I feel like he gets a lot of flack, for being I don't know why he gets all the flack he does, but I really am rooting for Russell Wilson. As far as Sean Payton, look, it is what it is. That either he does good or he doesn't. For me, right now Dennis Allen is coaching my football team, not Sean Payton. So
Now, I want to ask you, EJ. I think we're gonna have a free week. We want to do, and I want to have the brother. I want to have the brother on to come on and talk high school football on at least. Brother Aaron Underwood to come on. We on like I guess Thursday before Friday. You and I have a one-on-one with him and talk Friday night football, and we and even Larry talk about the West Bank, whatever. But we're gonna do some talk about the upcoming players, and we're gonna talk about Hancock football and New Orleans football. So
okay.
we'll do some special talk on a Thursday if you guys want to.
We could. We'll have to go ahead and make sure we meet on that. Get I got Aaron and everybody on and Twitter and Messenger and everything. So we'll go ahead and figure out everybody's schedules, and we can start doing that and looking into high school football and really start bringing some light on the coast because people sleep on the
Yeah, we
coast.
want to do some coast football. If you want, Aaron, if you want to invite some of your guys with the, your local guys, even the Bay High, whatever you want to do with the coast, and we talk some high school football. We want to branch out the Baddest Sports Show podcast, and if you want to do that, let us know.
Yeah, I'm down. Like EJ said, we'll just have to figure out some schedule stuff.
Yeah,
and time for and we'll make it happen, man.
Most definitely, man. So look, guys, we're about almost approaching 2 hours into this post game show, man. I enjoyed the heck out of y'all. All going. I think it's a good time to end out on this. We didn't got a dub today, man. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday today, man. All going, and we are on to Carolina, man. We are on to week 2, man. All going. I appreciate the support. We are in season 2 of the
Hit
Baddest
the like button.
podcast.
Hit the like button. It don't cost you no money to hit the like button.
Hit the likes, hit the subscribes, man. Going. And like I said, who that, baby? It doesn't matter how you get a win in this damn league, as long as you get a win. As long as you get a win, that's all that matters at the end of the day, man. So I guarantee you, we will see an improved, offense out there and an improved, New Orleans Saints football team. But at the end of the day, right now, all you need to do right now on your Sunday is just know that the Saints won and you need to relax.
I'm relaxed. Larry, what you got to say, Larry, before we end this?
I ain't got to say nothing. I got to say we got a W to start the year off good. Got to build on it.
Yep.
Who that? And what we're going to give a good who that between all y'all. 1, 2, 3.
Who that? All right.